Good and Well by Festalin Greyhawk. The build stands as it was and is, and I won't touch it again. The point was made, the trident relayed, and left me all chagrin. Why was it built and what is it for? I just couldn't say. How's it work? How's it last? Every season, every day. I don't know. You won't tell. Perhaps it's all good and well. Greetings, everybody. How we doing? Stalin Greyhawk here, Subway Poet. Here we are in June, and gotta wear a light jacket. Cool down in the east. It was super windy all day long, but all of a sudden, since I've arrived up here, it's dead calm. I thought I'd have to be screaming over the blowing trees. Wind's been pretty steady, 25, 30 miles an hour. It's like the old plains out west. Got another little short original poem for you by Festalin Greyhawk. This one's called Subterfuge. You can figure out what this poem's about, I'm sure. It was dreamed, it was burst, it was poured into the sea. It was made, it was played. It was aimed at you and me. It was evil. It was greed. It was control of everything. It was done. It was spun. It was something they will clean. It was one. It was two. It was three. And now four. It was this, it was that, it was more. It was seen, it was heard, it was plain for all to see. It was watched, it was called. It was put to poem by me. Hope you enjoyed that and its meaning. I nearly lost my sister to it. She's in her upper 60s and has other health issues, so it was rough on her. I don't do that. I haven't had any. Been fine. Anyway, we gotta watch that subject. Might get flagged. I would like to have a little discussion on a subject that came up from an individual commented on one of my videos. It's not up any longer. I took it down not for the reasons of his comment, but it was just a particularly embarrassing one where I acted the fool. I said I would leave up, and I did for a time. Just as a reminder of how not to act. But he brought it to my attention that a certain individual, again, not gonna name names, had challenged me to a debate on his channel, and was basically begging me to accept it and to bring all the information that I have from other, quote, sources, unquote. He names names, but again, I don't want to name names and trigger people and start in nonsense. So anyway, I basically said to him, in my opinion, once again I reinstated my opinion that there are no experts in this field. There are very little facts. So the only thing we could really debate on is opinions. I mean, what facts can we establish here? Prints. That's a fact. They've been documented for a long time now. There are thousands and thousands of castings. An expert can identify a fake casting from a real one, okay? There's just, on a good enough casting of a genuine print, there is good enough dermal ridges and skin lines that you cannot fake that. So, an expert can tell fake prints from other prints. There's a few other facts, but there's limited facts. So, if we were to get together for a debate on the facts, well, that would be a very short debate. And as far as debating opinions, I mean, what would be the sense in that? Part of the ridicule I got from this individual was, well, because I get my opinions elsewhere and haven't done the research myself, then I have no opinion. I only have what others told me. Well, how many areas and subjects in the walk of life is that true for everybody? Who's got time and the resources and the knowledge to go out and research stuff on their own? Everybody looks at different sources and gets their knowledge that way in a lot of fields. And we all consult researchers. A researcher I've mentioned, it's a trigger, and I won't mention his name. He's been doing it over 20 years, okay? So, since he's put more time in the field, I tend to listen to him. This guy he wanted to have me to have a debate with, I consider him a researcher. I do. And I agree with a lot of things this researcher said. It rings true from the other research I've gathered from other people. But to say someone doesn't have an opinion because they haven't researched it themselves or gone through it themselves, well, that's like saying because I haven't given birth, I cannot have an opinion on motherhood. Is that right? No. One human being cannot take away another human being's basic right to their opinions. They have a basic right to disagree with the individual's opinions, and that's fine. I've never committed murder. Does that mean I can have no opinions on murder? I have had no face-to-face experience in research heavy into the UFO phenomenon, now called UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon. Does that mean I can have no opinion on UFOs and whether these are aliens or extra-dimensional? I'm just trying to get people to look at the big picture. I don't have a vehicle, so I can't get in my car and drive hours to a location to do field research. So I visit local places that, yeah, I can walk to. And there's a lot more here to see, actually. And the railroad tracks, a good friend of mine mentioned, he saw them on Google Earth, is going to be a planned outing too. And I also have family in Candor that I'm going to be camping on land there out in the wilderness. And I'll also do some videos out there. But don't take away opinions. Don't say you don't have a right to opinion to anybody. Because people have a right to opinions. So you can disagree with them all you want. Okay? So if you want to take all my opinions on a grain of salt, do it. And you should. Try to do your own research. But when you do so, you got to look into several resources and people who have spent time in the field. Science is a big field where we have to take the researcher's word, don't we? You can't verify their facts unless you have degrees. So anyway, I've got to wrap this up before 10 minutes or I'm going to have an abrupt video shut off, and I've got 12 seconds left. So for Stalin Greyhawk, the Sabe poet, saying keep on keeping on and stay good to each other. I'm out.